Welcome back, folks, to segment number 2 here. And Terry, get us started off for the first 4 pro games here.
So we've got the Giants going to the Lions. So a 2-5 New York Giant squad going against a 2-3-1 Detroit Lions squad. So the Lions have had their bye. I think they just came off their bye. I don't know if that helps them or not, but they're a 7.5-point favorite at home. I think this game stinks.
I agree with you.
I don't like it either way. The 7.5 makes me want to take the underdog, but Giants had one decent game all season. They've just not been able to get out of their own way past that.
Well, the Giants are 2-5 against the spread, folks. The Lions are 4-2 against the spread. I think that they're going to come loaded for bear. I think they win this game by 10. I'm going to take the Detroit Lions.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the Lions. They're not sure if they stink or not themselves. One week they play good, the next
I
week
like that one. They're not sure.
They're
if
not
they
sure
stink.
themselves, so I'm going to take the Giants in the 7.5 points. That's a lot of points.
You know, and I'm taking the Giants with the 7.5 as well. I think the Lions should win this, but at 2-3-1, who are they to be a 7.5 point favorite? It just doesn't seem right.
So,
next game, on the other hand, Seahawks are going to the Atlanta Falcons. The Atlanta Falcons are 1-6. Seahawks are 5-2. 3.5 point favorite on the road. I like the Seahawks to bounce back. There was a statistic about Russell Wilson. He's only been in the league, 3 years now? After a loss.
No. He's been in the league 7 years.
Not 7 years.
Yeah, he's been in the
Yeah,
Super
he's
Bowl
been there a
twice
long time
already.
now.
Well, anyways, his record against the spread after a loss is about 75%.
Well, I've got some more
He
facts.
tends to come back after a loss and not only win the next game, but cover the spread.
Well, I'm going to help back up Terry on this here. The Falcons are 1-6 against the spread this year. They're PU. They're 7-9 in their last 26 games against the spread in the month of October. Now the Seahawks are 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games following a double-digit loss, which unfortunately, Terry, happened last week. So for that reason, I'm with Terry. I'm taking the Seattle Seahawks.
Well, make us unanimous here because the Falcons quarterback might not even play. Well, he ain't that good. He's over the hill anyway. But I'm going to take Seattle. They are a good team this year.
You know, we lost by 14 last week, but we gave up 14 defensive points. It would have been a different game without a fumble and a
Yeah.
which every game
Back
could be
against
that way.
Atlanta. And Atlanta, I don't know how their coach is still there.
And you're going to play in the Dome, so it won't be a mess outside.
So next game I think is the toughest of the 3 for me to pick. The Raiders are going to the Texans. Raiders are 3-3 going in to a 4-3 Raider team. Texan team, and Houston Texans are favored by almost a touchdown, 6.5.
Well, both teams are evenly matched as far as going against the spread. The Raiders are 3-3 against the spread. The Texans are 4-3 against the spread. But here's what I like. The Raiders are 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games after a straight-up loss, which happened last week. So for that reason, folks, I'm taking the soon-to-be Las Vegas Raiders.
What's the Raiders' record now?
3-3.
3-3.
They've had their bye.
I'll go next. I'll take the Raiders as well. At 6.5 points, Texans just don't scare me, even if it's at home or not. They're a good, decent team, but they're not a spread covering team. I'll take the Raiders here.
You know, they were my best pick last week, and they lost the game. They were getting 1.5 at the Colts. Again, the Colts have surprised me on the other side.
Yeah.
They're better than I thought. But I'm going to stick with the Texans for one more game here. I'm going to take the Texans at home,
All right.
-6.5.
We got one more game
Okay,
here.
so we've got this is an interesting one because we've got the Panthers 4-2 going to the 6-0 49ers. 49ers are a 5.5 point favorite, being at home.
I got some good stats for everybody on this one. You're going
Okay.
to love this. The 49ers are 8-17 against the spread in their last 25 home games. What does that tell
That's a
you?
couple seasons ago, though.
I know last season
really mean nothing.
49ers and this season 49ers are
I'm
different
just
teams.
telling you. And the Panthers are 9-1 against the spread in their last 10 games against the 49ers, and they're 4-1 against the spread after a bye. And they're 4-0 against the spread in their last 4 road games this season. I'm taking Kyle Allen and the Panthers.
You know, I like the Panthers too. I didn't do as much in-depth research. I like the Panthers because they were 0-2 with Cam Newton in the first 2 games. Since the quarterback
Change.
changed,
It's a whole different team.
They're 4-0 and they beat in that
they're
Tampa
covering.
Bay and Jacksonville. Beat some good teams in there.
Yep.
So I like them. 49ers had a great start. I just think this is the one game that they could get
Overlook.
tripped up.
Yep.
I'm still getting, 5.5 or is that 3.5?
Yeah, it's 5.5.
Yeah, I'll take the Panthers with the 5.5.
All right, Davey.
I'll tell you what, if you watch the 49ers play the Redskins last week in that slop, they sure didn't look like an undefeated team. They really look terrible, which makes me think they're looking ahead to the Panthers this week. I'm going to take the 49ers, just like I'm taking Wisconsin up here against Ohio State. Same principle.
I thought it was just a sloppy game. The rain was coming down.
No touchdowns, all
Yeah,
field goals.
it was a tough game all the way around. All right, folks, that's going to end it for segment number 2. When we come back in segment number 3, Dave, Terry, and myself will cover the last 3 pro games, and we'll give you our best picks of the week.